welcome in or welcome back to my channel. So for those of you guys who are not on my Instagram, which is linked down below, moontideempress, I've been posting some of my readings on there instead of this channel because I've been having some computer problems that made it kind of difficult for me to upload videos on here. But since it is up and running again, I'll be continuing to post videos here. But I decided to for the videos that I've posted on Instagram, I've decided to leave those there. So if you notice any videos missing, especially for the horoscope series, be sure to check on my Instagram to see your message or your readings. So I'm going to continue on the horoscope shadow message reading, and appropriately this is for Virgos. So as usual, we're going to have our 3 piles. And we're going to have current energy, shadow message, our positive affirmations, and our self-care oracles. So, what I usually do before each reading is I try to connect the energy, in this case of Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, into the cards. Universe guides, please guide the energy of Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising into these cards. Shuffling for pile number 1. Alright, we have our 3 piles there. I'll adjust the camera in a moment. But for those of you guys who want crystals, we have number 1 is the rose quartz. Number 2 is jasper. And number 3 is the pendulum. So that's one, 2, and 3. And in a moment, I'll show all the piles facing towards you, but I'll be getting started on number 1 in just a few moments. Alright, pile number 1. Those of you guys who chose the rose quartz here. Alright. So we have our current energy and our shadow message. We have 6 of bows, abundance for our current energy, and reversed. So for some of you, it could be a literal lack of abundance. Maybe there are some financial issues, but I think the overall message of this for the current energy is about not feeling fulfilled, or there is just a lack of something. However, your shadow message, Knight of Vessels, eel in reversed. I'm feeling like there's still some sort of hesitation to move. Maybe you don't know where you're going or what your next steps are, and it's kind of hindering your next steps, because usually when I read this right side up, it's someone who doesn't exactly know their next steps, but they're just kind of going with the flow. So they might have an idea or a goal in mind, but they're not paying attention to every single detail that they need to do next, or what each step is. They're just kind of going with the flow. They're seeing where this river takes them. But with this in reversed, there is this hesitation to move forward. And we also have I release attachment to the outcome and choose to enjoy the journey. So I feel like this eel, or at least the energy of this eel, is someone who's kind of trying to pay more attention to the day-to-days, or trying to pay attention to each step rather than the overall goal. So this is just saying to let go, as is this one as well. So I'm letting go of achievement and embracing alignment. So instead of trying to plan out every single step, I mean, it's still good to take action, because if you wait for everything to be perfect, or you wait for the right opportunity, whatever that means, then you're kind of just stalling yourself. I also have my clarity lies in deep surrender. So maybe there's hesitation to move forward because you don't know if the next step is going to be something that hurts you, or something that's going to be a mistake. But it's saying to just let go of it, let go of expectations, let go of outcomes, just start doing. Pretty much the message for you is to just let go of outcomes. Don't really pay attention to failures, don't focus on those failures especially. And for our self-care message, we have take a walk and massage. So I think this is just saying to spend time with yourself, take care of yourself, make sure you take care of your physical health as well, and also take breaks once in a while. Alright, so that's pile number 1. I do have my personal readings linked down below, as well as my Instagram, where I also post other readings or extra readings in case something happens to the channel like last time. Alright, so moving on to pile number 2. Alright, pile number 2. There's you guys who chose this jasper here. Okay, so we have our current energy and our shadow message. We have Five of Stones Endurance and the Archer. So usually the Archer is a positive card. I see it as someone who is very focused, but because it is a shadow message, I also wanted to read it with this card. So I've released the need to motivate myself and allow inspiration to flow naturally to me and through me. So while this could be a person who's very focused, who's very set on their goals, I feel like the shadow message is someone, or just the shadow message is saying this is someone who could be working a little bit too hard. And because of this Five of Stones endurance, I also see the current energy as someone who's kind of looking for motivation, as this card would say, or they're kind of forcing motivation or inspiration. Just as an imagery, this person there is kind of like poking at the fire, just looking for something to do. And so the message is to pretty much don't force inspiration, don't force motivation, kind of let things flow to you, like this card is pretty much saying. But at the same time, we have time with friends, so not just, it's also saying to kind of step away from your work, kind of step away from what you're doing, kind of take some breathers from fresh air and then go back to the project. For example, if you're studying in school, there's a problem that you need to work on, you're not getting it, and you've been working hours and hours on it, and then you just take a nap or you go to sleep, come back to it later, and you find that you're able to work on it a lot more efficiently. This is kind of the same idea. You could be working really hard to get at it, but because you're not allowing yourself to rest, you're not allowing your brain to rest, there's this blockage that's kind of coming through there. But your shadow message is still saying that it's still trying to convince you that you need to work harder on this or work hard on this before you allow yourself to rest. So yeah, basically spend time with friends, spend time with other people, just get away from your stuff for a little bit. And we have I am just enough as I am. So this is also saying that just because you're not getting it now, it doesn't mean that you're inefficient. You just need that breather, you just need that time to relax and spend time with yourself or with other people. And then we also have I'm writing a new story. So maybe for some of you, the idea or inspiration that you're looking for, maybe there could be some changes to it, or like like what I'm saying before about going to other things or taking a break from things. I think this is just saying to just kind of be in a new chapter for a little bit and then come back to it. So, pile number 2, the overall message for you guys is step away from your work for a little bit. Don't force motivation, don't force inspiration. I mean, it's still good to have things to inspire you, things to motivate you, but if you're at a point where you're just being run down and you're tired and there's nothing coming to you, then it will be a good time to kind of step away for a while and then come back to it. Alright, so that's pile number 2. I do have more personal and more in-depth readings than these, so if you want to head down over there, and also check out my Instagram as well, where I do personal readings, not personal, sorry, do extra readings, and some kind of updates as well. So I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Alright, pile number 3. There's the guys who chose this pendulum there. Alright, so I'm going to read our shadow message, and our current energy first. So, I feel like this is someone who kind of feels like they don't have the right to complain about certain things, or they don't want to say no to certain things. And the King of Vessels, which is the shadow message, I feel like this being reversed is one who kind of has like a loss of power in some way, and the current energy is because of the supposed loss of power or not having the authority or the right. They feel like they can't really change the situation. They're not allowed to complain or say no. So the injustice in reverse. It's not that they don't notice the injustices. It's just that they feel like it's something that they have to deal with. We have it's loving for me to say no to things that don't resonate, and I trust myself. I know my heart. So while your shadow message is kind of making you feel like you can't say no, you're not allowed to complain for whatever reason. Maybe you're in a position that you like or you enjoy the job, and you feel like some of the negatives or some toxicity is, I wouldn't say required, but expected of this position. But with this is saying that you can say no to things that you don't want to do. I mean, I don't mean saying no to not working, but just saying no to certain favors that you don't have to do. And with trusting yourself, trusting your heart, know where your boundaries are, know when to say no. It is still nice to help people, but at the same time, you should still have boundaries and set time for yourself, which is where this comes in. So we have reading. I don't think this is just about reading anything, or it could be for some of you. I also think that you could be learning for yourself, maybe learning about what you're doing, what your goals are, or maybe learning about some self-care or some books on boundaries or setting better examples for yourself and others. But I think this is just overall getting some more in-depth knowledge in what you want to do. And then we have health checkup. So for some of you, this could be literally seeing a doctor, getting your health checked up. For some of you, it could be a mental checkup as well, not just physical. But these two, they're really saying to spend time with yourself, take care of yourself first before you kind of put energy that you don't have to other people. But yeah, most importantly, do set some boundaries, know when to say no, and also have a little bit more confidence in your abilities and what you can say. So that was part number 3. If you guys enjoyed that, I do have a more in-depth reading link down below, and my Instagram where I post updates and sometimes other readings that I don't post on here.